I'm Mark Stewart, speaking from Connecticut, where I am running for governor. And this message is to primarily those of you outside Connecticut, especially if you're in cities, and would consider coming here. Come. We have a lot to offer. For those of you willing to try suburbs and the small cities we have, Connecticut's great. And those of you who crave big cities, we have them too, on our own terms. Residents of central Connecticut have New York and Boston 2 hours each way for each of them. How good is that? You're not stuck in the frenzied, high-trafficked, high-priced places, but you can get to the museums, the sporting events, the restaurants, the pubs, when you want to. In Connecticut, you get New York and Boston on your terms. Now, New York's hard to keep up with for a few career people. High financiers, yeah, you probably need New York, at least to start your career. If you want to be on Broadway, okay, New London's not going to do it. But aside from you bohemians and financiers, the benefits, especially once you have children, are tremendous here. Children in Connecticut tonight, it's Halloween night coming up, they can trick or treat outside, not in one building like you have in New York. If you're in Manhattan, you might actually exit briefly on the street, and that Halloween spirit is interrupted by taxi cabs and people yelling back and forth. Then you're back in another building. Here, neat displays, yards. How cool is that to have a goblin actually chasing you through the suburbs of your town? We actually have an act like that. If you think the proposition of, well, I might not get paid as much, the comparison is stark when it comes to net earnings. A young couple in New York need to be making $250,000 just to keep up. They've got, at $200,000, they're paying $71,000 of it in taxes. They're going to spend $25,000 per kid once it comes time for school. Add another $8,000 for a parking space. And if you forego a car, then you've got a lot of Uber fares. If you want to rent to get to the hills for a vacation, then you're spending $500 a month for those vacations too. Come to Connecticut. That $60,000 a year that you're paying for a rented apartment, 4-bedroom home with a pool and a yard. We have relatively, compared to New York, low taxes, okay? They're at 9%. And you're not going to have to tip your concierge to keep the stuff in your apartment working. So, though the pay here might not be as high, you will be relatively rich in terms of after tax and after spending savings. And your kids will be enriched. You don't have to go to a private school here to get a good education. Recently, a prominent Hartford firm, insurance company Aetna, announced that it wanted to move its top executives to New York City. Okay, you're going to have to pay those people a lot more to get them to move to New York. And for those of you who might have those big offers and are staying, please contact my campaign. You're a better spokesman for Connecticut than I can be. Humbly, I would like everyone to consider the Nutmeg State. Thanks for listening.